Segment 2: what the Bible tells us about forgiveness. But before diving into that, let us first understand what the dictionary says about forgiveness. According to Oxford Learner's Dictionary, forgiveness is the act of forgiving. It involves ceasing to feel angry and no longer wanting to punish someone against a sin or harm caused. It has three core meanings. Number one, the act of resettlement. Number two, the willingness to forgive. Number three, the remission of sin, which also means cancellation of guilt and penalty of sin. Now, here is the biblical meaning of forgiveness. Forgiveness goes beyond saying, I am sorry or I let go. It is a spiritual act that involves both God's pardon of human sins and our duty to forgive others. Forgiveness, according to the Bible, is in three forms. Number one, forgiveness as God's pardon of sin. Ephesians 1 verse 7 says, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sin, according to the riches of his grace. So in actual sense, it means that God removes sin completely, cancels its penalty, and restores our relationship with him. Number two, forgiveness as our duty towards others. Jesus taught us that God forgives us and we must forgive others too. You will see that in Matthew 6 verse 12. So it means that when you forgive others, you release the anger, you release bitterness, and you release your right to retaliate.
Number 3, forgiveness is rooted in love. Jesus on the cross prayed, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. You can see that in Luke 23 verse 34a. Forgiveness is the highest expression of God's love and grace. In summary, according to the scriptures, forgiveness is the divine release of sin's guilt and penalty made possible through Christ's sacrifice on the cross, and a command for believers to extend same to others. So it's about God to us, which equals a pardon of sin through Christ's blood, and us to others, which equals letting go of resentment and choosing love. So now let's recap. According to the scriptures, forgiveness is in three forms. Number one, forgiveness as God's pardon of sin. Number two, forgiveness as our duty towards others. Number three, forgiveness is rooted in love.
Segment 3: biblical examples of forgiveness. The Bible is full of powerful stories where forgiveness is not just talked about but demonstrated in real life. Yes, these examples will help us see what forgiveness looks like in action. One of the clearest examples of forgiveness is Joseph forgiving his brothers. You can see that in Genesis 50 verse 20, where he said, "Ye thought evil of me, but God meant it for good." We all know the story of Joseph right from when we were kids. If you read Genesis 37, you will see how Joseph was hated and sold into slavery by his brothers. One may ask, what was Joseph's offense that made his brothers hate him that much? Well, Joseph's offense was that he was his father's favorite. Yes, he was Jacob's favorite. And also, he's always dreaming about his future greatness. That was why his brothers hated him that much and sold him into slavery. In the midst of anger, hatred, bitterness, and jealousy, Joseph still showed an act of forgiveness, not just in words but in action, by not taking revenge against his brothers when he rose to power in Egypt, by reassuring them and not condemning them when he finally revealed himself to them. He told them that they shouldn't be angry with themselves that they sold him out, that rather God was the one that sent him out in order to preserve him, and by providing for them during famine in the land of Egypt, and also by comforting them during their father's death, during Jacob's death. In short, Joseph's forgiveness isn't just words. It was seen in his compassion, his provision, and refusal to hold their past against them. He replaced bitterness with blessing. Our lesson from this story today is that forgiveness sees beyond hurt to God's bigger plan.